What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the
YouTube Barber Academy.
Today is all about cheat codes, and I'm going to give you 5 cheat codes to the game. And I think you guys are going to like this one, man. These are 5 tips you could take right to the field that are straight up cheat codes in the game. So everything from if you cut your finger to quite a few things that'll make your life a little bit easier, we're going to go through today. And I'm going to show you exactly how they work. All right, hope you're ready. Let's get it. The first cheat code is not eating Chick-fil-A. All right, but I'm gonna eat some Chick-fil-A because I'm feeling myself like I lost my keys and I need a little bit of substance. But you gotta get the salsa, right? I hope you guys see that I got the Fort Worth Barber Supply hat. I actually got a pretty cool announcement for you guys. Actually, there's 2, but today we're gonna stick with this one. Number 1, 614 Barber Supply has been a great and lucrative relationship for all of us. We've all got a little discount and it's been nice, and I appreciate them. I'm gonna leave up all their videos. That link's still gonna work. But going forward, after my trip with Fort Worth Barber Supply, I had such a good time there. Let me sit down. Let me tell you guys the story. Now, going forward here, I had such a great time at Fort Worth Barber Supply. If you don't know, we taught a class, clipper over comb. I played golf with Edward's son, Rafa. I had a blast, I really did. And I really was left with just such a great impression of that business and those people. So at the end, we kind of talked about something, and they're willing to give you guys, my subscribers, 10% off of any of their products. Okay, so this is outside of Gamma, but when you're looking to buy stuff that Gamma doesn't sell, and when I'm reviewing things that Gamma doesn't sell, going forward, we're gonna be using Fort Worth Barber Supply. So these are some great people. They already got some great prices, and they carry a lot of stuff. So with that being said, let's get into these keys of the game. All right, so let's get into these keys. These are Mitsutanis. They're super sharp and very expensive, but they were sent to me by Sheer Police. Shout out to Sheer Police, use the code Eddie, save 10%. But with that out of the way, you could cut yourself, you could probably damn near cut your finger off with these shears. And one of the reasons why I see people cutting themselves a lot is they open the shears too wide. Now, when you open the shears too wide, you're exposing yourself in a whole bunch of different ways. And that's usually the people who do this chomping action, chomp, chomp, right? You don't wanna do that. So when you have your guide aligned in your fingers, all you really have to do is barely open the shears. When you do that, you're not gonna cut yourself half as much if you cut yourself at all. And then the other thing is learning how to actually move the shears properly. Notice how just my thumb is moving. Now, when that happens, that means that that bottom blade is gonna stay still. That means that even if I'm point cutting, I could literally rest that bottom blade along my finger and move back and forth. I think that's a huge key for those of you guys who are cutting your finger when you're cutting hair. And you know, it's better to cut the hair than the finger, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's get to the next one. Have you guys ever done like a number 2 on the top of somebody's hair, and after they go home and wash it, they had a bunch of little hair sticking up? It's actually a pretty common thing, and I think it happens more than you realize. Let me show you a little key to the game, a little cheat code that stops this from happening. Once I am done with my client's hair, once I've done the number 2, I've done everything I could do, I will spray a little bit of water, just a spritz. Comb the hair against the grain, and you're gonna see all these little hairs start to pop up. Run your clipper through there one more time, you're gonna get the majority of those hairs. That's a little cheat code to stop you from sending something stupid out into the world, because listen, at the end of the day, if somebody decided to allow you to cut their hair with a number 2 on top, you didn't have to use the shears, you got a little shortcut out of it. So at the end of the day, you really shouldn't be sending them out with a bunch of long hairs. So assuming your clipper is a good enough clipper to do it, if you spritz a little bit of water on there, a lot of times that's gonna make some of them little hairs stick up, and you're gonna be able to cut them off. Let's go to the next cheat code. Up, down, left, right, pow. I forgot to mention, man, there is one thing that there is no cheat code for. We're gonna mention that at the end of the video. Let's keep it rolling. For the next cheat code, you guys, some of you already know this, but you got to have a fade blade and a taper blade. And in my case, instead of a fade blade, I definitely prefer a fusion blade, or as we call it, a vapor blade. But if you're using a different brand, whatever you're doing, it doesn't really make a difference for this cheat code. Number 1 cheat code, my absolute favorite one, is to make sure that I have a taper blade on my station and I have a fade blade or a fusion blade. And one of the reasons is, let me show you this kid's hair, all right? So what basically, this kid has a super, super light scalp, and he's got some fairly dark hair. So when you go into it with just a fade blade, it's so easy to cut little holes and make little mistakes. So what basically I do is I bounce back and forth. When I'm looking for dark spots, when I'm looking to clean up, when I'm looking to just sort of refine it, then I bring out the nice curved taper blade. And what this does is this just provides a really soft, really forgiving cut. Now, when I gotta get down, get them harsh skin lines out, well, you know, I got this blade right here, and this blade here is gonna be able to get down to any length you need. So whether you're setting in the guideline really harsh with the trimmer or with something else, these tools are going to make life easier for you, and that's definitely a cheat code. So that's up, down, left, right, and on to the next one. All right, you guys, for this tip, for this cheat code, I'm gonna show you guys a couple different things. A couple different ways to anchor. Okay guys, I'm gonna use shear over comb, take out this little issue area. I want you to pay attention to my pinky. So this is gonna be, one of the anchor points that I'm gonna use. I usually will drop this right on his forehead, on the side of his head, really anywhere, just to maintain consistency. So it's actually just sliding up the front of his skull. And it's helping me to anchor and be more consistent, and then we just wiped out that little problem area just like that. Same thing here, the knuckle. I do this with shear over comb, I do this with clipper over comb. I sometimes will do this with a trimmer if I'm edging. When I'm going around the ears, when I'm arching, sometimes I could take my middle finger and I could just pivot around that point. Pivot and anchor, keys to the game. That's the cheat code right there. Let's go to the next one. All right, so let's talk about something there is no cheat code for. Some of you guys who watch my lives, you know what it is. But one thing that there is no cheat code for is the hard work and the time that you gotta put in to build your chair. Now, a little piece of advice. There's only one person who matters in this scenario, and that's you. So if you're not busy, you need to look in the mirror and you need to look at the things that you're doing in your life, and you need to conduct an actual audit of your life and ask yourself the questions that you need to ask. Be tough on yourself and just say, am I doing everything I can to grow my chair? Am I showing up early? Am I leaving late? Am I involved in the community? Am I making my posts? Am I using my spare time correctly? Don't sit there and blame the fucking shop owner and blame all these other things and just say, man, that guy's good. That's why he's so busy. Skills do not matter. It's how you make a person feel. You gotta have some skills to a certain degree, but there's plenty of barbers who are not that skilled, who are very, very busy. And there's plenty of barbers who are highly skilled that are dead broke. So at the end of the day, which one do you wanna be? Be honest with yourself, look in the mirror, put in the hard work, and don't go blaming other people. Because when you blame other people and other external factors, that means that your success is reliant upon external factors outside of yourself. And there is no CEO, there is no successful person on this whole earth that's gonna tell you that's how it was. So at the end of the day, we're all fighting certain forces, and we just gotta be honest with ourselves so that we can conquer them. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you got something out of it. This is the YouTube Barber Academy. I'm Mr. Eddie Barber, and if you want to consider becoming a member and catch some value like this, it's $4.99 a month. So you can literally head over to my channel and you can hit join right there, or in the bottom of every single video, there is a link that you can hit join as well. We welcome you as members. We appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys just as subscribers and everything else. So this is the YouTube Barber Academy. I'm Mr. Eddie Barber, and I'm out of here. Peace.